Hello, and welcome to another adventure with Mo. I realize it's dark out, but um, I ran out of daylight and I would like to get this done today. So, sorry for putting my back to you here, but I've got my little diesel heater running here. It's blowing some hot air up onto my mirror. It's cold outside, and I wanted to preheat the plastic before I go pulling and prying on this so that I don't break anything. And it's not super hot by any means, but we're going to go ahead and replace this outer turn signal light here. I have another turn signal light, sequential flavor, that I got off of Amazon. So we're going to go ahead and replace that. Now, from what I understand, again, with anything plastic, the clips can break really easy, so we have to go ahead and be careful with that. You can also go ahead and push the mirror in, like so, and scratch your paint at the same time. Let's see, I'm going to try to start from the edge, work along the top, over to that side, and yard it off. And it appears that we have not broken any tabs. So towards the outside of the mirror, there's this tab here. At the bottom, there's one tab here, and then two on the side, which it actually looks like I may have damaged the plastic slightly. But it's still good to reuse. So that's that. Then as for removing the actual turn signal itself, we've got to pull a screw out here and a screw out here, and then this whole piece will come off, as well as a push tab on the end. So we'll get to that. So Phillips screwdriver and a little flat blade for the push tab on the end. We'll pull these two screws out. This is a really quick and easy job here. I was pretty concerned with breaking some plastics, which is why I went ahead and preheated it with the heater. It's about 0 degrees Celsius outside, so you do have to be careful with plastics. This is honestly the same day that I did the hatch lights, just a little later on in the day here. And you've seen that we broke plastic on that a little bit. Okay, so I just pried this outwards a little bit to get that tab out of there. And this whole thing slides straight out. There's a little retaining plastic clip that's here. Slide it out of that. You can rotate. Set these screws inside of that. Rotate it towards the back of the vehicle. Another electrical push tab connection. Oh, good grief. I could use the screwdriver to pry that out a little bit. There we go. Now, this. Two little clips right here. And then another clip there. And she comes right out. So with this one, I had a rock hit it there, and it damaged it, allowing a bit of moisture to get inside of this lens. Not a huge deal, but you know, it's not great. So I guess I could have JB welded that over, but I think replacing them with the sequential turn signals is nicer. We'll hang on to the old ones in case the cheap Amazon ones don't last very long, because, you know, everything made in China doesn't seem to last.
China, 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 China. You take China.
China.
China. I love them. China. 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 I have to have my China. China.
Righty. So, pop motors. Well, just go ahead and line up this square box with these two narrow tabs and the big piece facing down. Like so. And then this part of the light kind of slides into that little tab there. And then this part of the housing slips over. And is that sitting flush? Looks like it's sitting flush. It should be that way. I think it's good to go. Do everything in reverse. Flip it down. And line everything up. I'm not sure if there's anything to pay attention to on the bottom. Looks like there is a bit of a push tab that's in there. So, okay, so this right here lines up with this hole. Let me see if you can even see that. So this tab here lines up with this hole. And we should be good to go at that point. Slide this wire back in behind that little plastic tab there. And we want to make sure that the alignment is alignmented. What is all the noise going on over there? Sorry for my head in the way, but I do need to be able to see. And you kind of have to get a top-down view to line everything up and get it in there, and then just make sure that it's all flush and even with the rest of the trim, which it seems like it is. Reinstall the two screws. Guess I could have, at this point, before I put the screws in, or even before I clipped it on there, tested to make sure that it works. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Maybe if I just press the remote. Yep, it works. Now we'll reinstall our, double check, just make sure everything's Copenhagen there. And then, so this part of the mirror is going to go into this square hole here. And everything else should line up half decent. Kind of just want to give it a straight install so it sits a little bit loose and then pushing straight back. Pressing on the bottom, make sure all the clips are in, pressing along the top. Everything's clipped in, and that's a done deal. Flush all the way around. And once again for funsies, there we go. Pretty easy. Okay, so that's the mirror installation completed. As far as the driver's side, I'm going to go ahead and do the passenger side off camera because it's dark and it's going to be the exact same procedure as the driver's side. Just one cautionary note, if it is cold out and you don't have a garage to work in, make sure you kind of heat the plastic up some way or another. I have my diesel heaters that I'm trying out now, so I figured that would be a good tool to use. I'm sure a hairdryer would work unless it's like super cold out, but you want to be careful with those tabs if it is cold outside. Alright, so that's going to conclude the sequential turn signal installation. Thanks again for watching, everyone. It's been Mo's Adventures. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a dime and it helps out the channel, so I would appreciate that. And I'll see you on the next video. Later. Oh, would you look at that? Just look at that. Well, how am I going to do the passenger side now? I have to turn the car around. Turn it hard, and then turn it hard when you go forward.
Andy, for fuck's sakes! Turn it hard. Okay, now turn it hard when you go forward. Okay.